What's up guys, DuArktik with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about the war changes and why should you focus in war right now in order to get Apocalypse as fast as possible. With the most recent changes, now we are also getting Isolated Blue level 4 from Alliance Wars victories, so it's going to be extremely important for you to get as much Isolated Blue as possible to get Apocalypse early, of course. Now, there are very important changes, not only to the rewards, but also to the rooms. So make sure you know exactly which room to attack first in order to be as successful as possible. We are going to talk about that in this video. And we are going to also talk about a few changes on some characters. We are going to talk about Namor, and we are also going to talk about the Dark Hunters. In a next video we are going to talk about A-Force, because there is something extremely important to talk about A-Force, but that has to be for another video because it will be too much information for this just one video. So as always, if you like the information on this video, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button. Okay, let's get started. This video is going to be extremely important, as I just said, because we are going to lay down information that will allow you to get Apocalypse earlier. First, we are going to talk about the rewards, the changes in the reward system of Alliance Wars, and why you are going to get a lot more rewards out of these. So you are getting a lot more gold, it's like more than double. The war currency you are getting the same, this one you are also going to get the same, but on top of additional gold we are also going to get the normal Isolated Blue, which is good because we still need a lot of this Isolated Blue. And then we are getting Isolated Blue level 4. This is going to be extremely important because you need thousands and thousands and thousands of this type of Isolate in order to unlock Apocalypse. You need to gear up all the Horseman teams level 4 at least in order to unlock Apocalypse, so this is going to be extremely important. Now, in terms of the combat rewards, it's still the same trash. To be honest, I wish they would understand that this is actually the most important part that motivates people to be more active, is what you get on each match. Unfortunately, that stays the same. I wish they would have like 1000 maybe of this Isolate here, so it would motivate people to participate, because if you don't, if you lose or if you are inactive, you would not get that. But hopefully that's something that in the future will be changed, and it's the same thing about Cosmic Crucible. So those are the changes, the rewards, very important for you to win Alliance Wars now. You are getting almost 100% more rewards, so it's going to be extremely relevant, the difference between winning and losing. Okay, so that's in terms of the rewards. Now, we need to talk about the room changes. Very important. The meta in the past, the meta on the previous war meta was all about destroying the Medbay. Medbay, it would give 40% max health to all the enemies. So, if you are on a good alliance, you target the Medbay first, reduce the enemy's health by 40%, and then you destroy the Barracks and you destroy the cargo bay, because it was Alliance Wars defense meta. Now we are on a situation a little bit more balanced. The buffs of the rooms were changed, so now we need also to focus on different rooms. So you can see right here, the Medbay went from 40% health to 20% health. This is why it was the most important room in the previous meta. Barracks, it went from 20% all stats to only 10% all stats. And then we have doesn't matter. So now what matters is the cargo bay and the armory. The cargo bay gives 20% all stats to the characters defending, so it's going to be the same buffs as the Barracks in the past. Now the Barracks only 10%, so the cargo bay right now is the most important room, and the second most important room is going to be the armory, because now it also gives 20% all stats to the enemies attacking. So if you face the armory or the cargo bay early in the match, you want to destroy them as fast as possible. Then after that you still want to go after the Medbay, because it still gives 20% max health to the enemies. And finally your priority room is going to be the Barracks. After that you can go foes or toes or whatever, but those 4 rooms are your priorities: cargo bay, armory, then the med bay, and finally the barracks. Okay, so those are the changes in the rooms, and which should be your priority attacking those rooms in order for you to have an easier time attacking the enemies. Other thing that changed, you still want to double drill to find these specific rooms as fast as possible, but now because the rooms don't have as much value, then you don't have to prioritize double drilling. Going one way down, it's still decent. It's not the best, but it's better than it was before because of the value the previous meta had in the rooms. Okay, so now let's talk about the character changes that happened to the Dark Hunters. We are going to talk about Mordo and we are going to talk about Elsa. In the next video we are going to talk about the A-Force and Namor, because the changes on these characters are extremely important, but they need their own video in order to specialize the conversation on them. Okay, so in terms of Mordo, we have a little bit of additional damage on the basic, and we also have increase on applying the blinds from 75% to 100%, which is nice, but none of these abilities were extremely important before. Now what changed a lot was the ultimate. Now the ultimate is a lot stronger. Right now it's going to turn rewind the enemies that are blinded by 30%, and is also going to apply defense up for 2 turns for Dark Hunter allies. Very, very important. This is going to make the Dark Hunters versus Heroes for Hire even easier. It was already easier in the past, but now it's going to be even easier, and maybe it will open the possibilities of some additional counters. We having people testing these things out to see if they can find some additional counters. But right now it's extremely powerful. The changes for Kids Mordo was extremely powerful. Now we also have some changes to Elsa Bloodstone. We can see right here that Mordo also has 30% additional focus. It's not very important, but it's okay. Okay, so now in terms of Elsa, we have here that clears all death proof from city enemies that have death proof. So this is going to be mostly Heroes for Hire, and here it's kind of lame that they limit this to city characters, because if it would be to all characters, that would also help with the Scourge event for Pestilence. Unfortunately, they didn't make this change. This would be extremely useful against Ebony Maw, but yeah, that's what we have. So now Elsa on the ultimate, she's going to get offense up, she's going to do more damage, and she's also going to clear all the death proof on the enemies as long as they are city. Now, thanks to Tauna, who was data mining the kits of he was data mining all the changes, he figured out that this ability now gets 500% additional focus, plus the additional focus from Ghost Rider, plus the additional focus from Mordo, and that means that even if you are facing Colin Wing or Misty Knight when they have 3 charges, and those charges, each of them gives 175% additional resistance, even with all those charges and even with all that resistance, this ability will still have more focus than the resistance they have, so this is going to be extremely easy. Okay, so now let's take a look at this team in action. Let's take a look at these changes and see how much easier it is to destroy Heroes for Hire with the Dark Hunters. Okay, so let's take a look at this match, the Dark Hunters versus Heroes for Hire. But we have breaking news. As it seems, everything is subject to change. Typical Scopely, right? And there was a change on the description of Mordo. So it says right here that he's going to apply defense sub for self and Dark Hunter allies for 2 turns. Well, it seems that's not the case unless it's required for this change to be applied on the next patch. So right now the only thing that is working is the turn rewind. So I don't know if they're going to change this in the future or not, but we should notice this right now because it's not working. Typical Scopely. So we'll see if they're going to implement that defense up or not. Let's be honest, it's not necessary, but it would give the Dark Hunters some additional viability for the Pestilence Scourge event. Okay, so let's get started. Let's take a look at this match. We are punching up 250k, which should be fine. And let's see what is the performance that we are looking at here. Okay, so let's do this on 2 times speed so you can notice every single detail. Okay, so since we have Luke Cage in the corner, we are going to attack him with Morbius, and we are going to apply this route with him. If you want to increase the difficulty of the Heroes for Hire, you want to put Luke Cage somewhere in the middle, because that's just more efficiency in terms of disturbing your enemy. Okay, so we are gonna slap this Shang-Chi now with the Dr. Voodoo. So far nothing new. Now with the Elsa Bloodstone, we are going to use the ultimate, and that should remove the death proofs that we have right now on Misty Knight, Iron Fist and Shang-Chi. So let's see if that ability is working. Okay, it was removed, and Iron Fist was one-shotted. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so now you are going to use the ultimate of Mordo. Let's apply some vulnerabilities there. Oh no, I have him as a healer. Okay, so as you can see right there, it turned rewinded by 30%, but we don't have any defense up. So maybe the defense up is something that will be coming on the near future, but right now, unfortunately, is not working. Okay, so let's spread some vulnerabilities there on Colin Wing, and we are going to try to get her as low as possible. So after with Dr. Voodoo, we can finish everyone off. Not the case, that's fine. So we are going to attack Luke Cage over here, and now we can finish up Colin Wing. So let's see if we have 100% chance of blind. We did. We landed a stun with a nice amount of focus. I have Mordo as a healer, and he's working just great. So now let's finish off this Colin Wing, and now we finish off Luke Cage. So huge changes. You can clearly see that his team is so much better than before, and even 250k punch up against characters with teal gear was not a problem. Okay guys, so that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Once again, big changes to Mordo and to Elsa Bloodstone. I didn't mention, but now Mordo also has a tag of Dark Hunter. That means he can be used on the Pestilence Scourge event, and as a whole, now the team is much stronger for that Pestilence Scourge event, node number 5 and node number 10, whether you want to use them as a bait or not with the Web Warriors. Now the team is definitely much more powerful with the 5 characters. I also want to remind you once again, in terms of the rooms, Alliance Wars now is going to be much faster than before. The rooms you want to focus on, once again, recap: Cargo Bay, then Armory, then you want to focus on the Med Bay, Barracks, and finally the Hangar. Once again, priority rooms: Cargo Bay, Armory, then you have the Med Bay, then you have the Barracks, and finally you have the Hangar. Those are the priority rooms. And once again, if you want to get Apocalypse faster, now you are going to worry about Alliance Wars. You want to win as fast as possible, and for that it's going to be important that you invest on Alliance Wars offensive teams. And right now this team is looking very, very powerful, and if you can use the Dark Hunters easily like this, and now you don't have to use Namor here, you can use Namor on other teams. We are going to talk about all of that in the upcoming video, but right now it's going to be important that you have these teams powerful enough to at least clear all kinds of Heroes for Hires so you can win as fast as possible. Yes, the war speed meta is back again, and this means that you want to win on the first 8 hours of war. Once again, you want to prioritize Cargo Bay, Armory, Med Bay, Barracks, and finally the Hangar. So yeah guys, that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.